Hi, I'm Bob Lutz, Wichita Eagles sports columnist. Paul Suellentrop, who covers the Shockers for the Eagle. We're joined tonight by Dave Reynolds from the Peoria Journal Star, who 763 consecutive Bradley games.
That's correct. Since 1990, my first game.
Well, that's amazing. Paul, how many for you?
I've skipped 3 since 2005-06. One for a Springsteen concert, one for Sweet 16 volleyball, and one for a Benedictine college function. So I didn't want the pressure of trying to match Dave, so I gave it up.
I've never been more ashamed of you. No, you're doing a great job. Tonight the Shockers win by 20, but it didn't look like it was going to be that kind of game for about 25 minutes. Bradley hung in there.
They did. I mean, they played well defensively most of the year, so I thought they might be able to give them a little bit of a game early on. I was surprised they hung with it as long as they did, because Wichita's obviously a very good team.
And a wild frenzy of action in the second half. Not many baskets being scored, but some officiating that was questioned by Greg Marshall and ignited the crowd and seemed to ignite the Shockers.
Yeah, they needed some energy. A lot of times I think, the whole officiating thing is kind of a sideshow, but it really seemed to help and get things kind of stirred up. And I don't know that we ever got an explanation on the whole illegal moving screens things, but it was kind of interesting.
Wichita State did play a much better second half after that, especially on the boards, where I think Greg Marshall was really starting to become concerned.
Yeah, that's such a part of this team's identity. I think they really want to rebound, and I know they worked on it hard in practice this week, and it showed up.
Dave, when are the Braves going to break through? We all think Gino Ford is the right guy for this job.
Yeah.
Certainly has a lot of success in his background. Hasn't happened yet for the Braves. Still optimistic?
Well, this is Gino's 4th year, and the natives are getting restless in Peoria. The attendance is down, and it's unfortunate. They've had a lot of bad luck. They've had a lot of injuries this year. They haven't had the full team play together yet. Their leading scorer has been out the last several games, and so offense has been a struggle for them. So I think people like Gino, and they can see that he knows what he's doing out there. But it's just a matter of getting the pieces in place, all together at one time.
Well, keep him around. He's a great quote. That's really what we care about. He's enjoyable to listen to. Shockers improved to 13-2. Interesting game coming up Sunday in Chicago against the Loyola team that suddenly looks like a potential contender in this conference. You've seen them, Dave. What are you expecting from Loyola?
I'll be very interested to see them. I think I'm a little bit of I want to make them prove it to me that they're this good. But boy, the progress they've made has been great for the Valley and pretty impressive.
What about Darius Carter and Shaq Morris? We wondered who was maybe going to be that guy inside that could help Darius Carter. For the last 2 games, Shaq Morris has been outstanding.
Yeah, this is a small team unless Shaq is playing well. When you're starting Evan Wessel at 6'4", power forward, you could use some more height, and Shaq Morris maybe can be that guy. We'll have to see if he can keep this up.
On a night when Fred Van Vliet, Ron Baker, and Takel Cotton make only 7 shots total, the Shockers win by 20, 63-43 over Bradley. We'll talk to you next week.